They don't hate you because you're weak. They hate you because you're changing. Because you didn't die when you were supposed to. Because the pain that was meant to end you started sharpening you instead. Become addicted to improving yourself. That sounds soft to people who've never bled alone. But addiction is not comfort. Addiction is obsession. It's compulsion. It's choosing the hard thing even when your soul is exhausted. Let's get something straight. Self-improvement is not about feeling good. It's about becoming dangerous, controlled, unbreakable. Most people don't improve. They cope. They distract. They numb themselves with noise, validation, and cheap pleasure. They scroll. They complain. They pray for luck. You were betrayed, abandoned, left to sit with thoughts that kept you awake at night. And in that silence, you learned a truth they'll never understand. No one is coming to save you. That realization hurts, but it also frees you. Because once you accept that nobody is coming, you stop waiting. You stop begging. You stop explaining yourself to people who never listened. You start building. Pain is the raw material. Most people try to escape it. You're going to use it. Every time you were disrespected and said nothing. Every time you loved harder and got less. Every time you were loyal to someone who betrayed you without blinking. That wasn't wasted time. That was training. You just didn't know it yet. The world doesn't reward good intentions. It rewards strength, quiet strength, cold discipline, consistency that doesn't need applause. You don't need motivation. Motivation is emotional. It fades. You need addiction. An addiction to progress, to waking up sharper than yesterday, to improving even when your heart feels heavy. Especially then. Because here's the brutal truth. Your worst days are your most valuable days. Anyone can work when they feel inspired. Only the obsessed work when they feel hollow. That's where the separation happens. Loneliness is not a curse. It's a filter. When you stop fitting in, you start standing out. When you stop explaining yourself, you start respecting yourself. When you stop chasing people, you start chasing standards. And standards change everything. You see, betrayal teaches you something love never could. It teaches you boundaries. It teaches you silence. It teaches you that access to you is a privilege, not a right. So you stop overgiving. You stop oversharing. You stop bleeding in rooms where nobody would bandage you anyway. You get colder, not cruel, controlled. Stoicism isn't about having no emotions. It's about not letting emotions control you. You feel everything. You just don't let it own you. Anger becomes fuel. Sadness becomes depth. Loneliness becomes focus. Revenge isn't screaming. It's becoming so disciplined that your old life wouldn't recognize you. Let them underestimate you. That's an advantage. Most people think improvement is linear. Wake up, feel good, work hard, repeat. That's a lie. Real improvement feels like decay before rebirth. It feels like isolation, like doubt, like questioning everything you believed about yourself. You will lose people, friends, sometimes family, because your growth exposes their stagnation, and they won't clap for you. They'll mock you, downplay you, call you obsessed. Good. Obsession is what it takes to escape mediocrity. You don't become powerful by thinking positive thoughts. You become powerful by doing what hurts daily without witnesses. Training when nobody cares. Learning when nobody checks on you. Building when nobody believes in you. That's how self-respect is forged. Discipline is choosing the future over the present. Again and again. Your body learns first. Your mind follows. You train not to look good, but to feel in control. To remind yourself every day that you can command pain instead of running from it. The mirror stops lying. You see effort. You see sacrifice. You see proof. And proof kills doubt. Once you taste progress, everything else feels cheap. Validation feels empty. Excuses feel disgusting. Comfort feels dangerous. You start to crave pressure. You welcome resistance. because resistance means growth. This is where addiction forms. Not the weak kind, the kind that rebuilds you molecule by molecule. You stop asking, "How do I feel?" and start asking, "What must be done?" That question changes your life, because feelings are temporary, standards are permanent. You don't rise to motivation, you fall to your systems. And most people have no systems, just moods. You're done living like that. Every betrayal stripped something from you. Illusions, naivety, false hope. What's left is clarity, and clarity is lethal. You no longer need approval, you need progress. Quiet progress, relentless progress. The kind that makes people uncomfortable because it reminds them of everything they avoided becoming. You don't announce your growth, you embody it. Your silence gets heavier, your presence sharper, your absence noticeable. That's power, not dominance, not arrogance, control. And control is earned in the dark, when no one is watching, when quitting would be easier, when the old you whispers, "Rest. Tomorrow." But tomorrow is where dreams go to die. You choose now. You choose discomfort. You choose discipline. You choose to become someone your past couldn't survive. This isn't self-help. This is self-war. And war doesn't care about your feelings. It cares about who's still standing. You were broken once. That's why you're dangerous now. And this is only the beginning. Good, because this is where most people quit in their minds, long before they quit in reality. You've felt it already. That internal resistance, that quiet voice that says, "Why am I even doing this?" That's not weakness. That's the old version of you fighting for survival. The mind hates change, especially change born from pain. Because pain rewrites identity. You're no longer the person who trusts easily. No longer the one who gives without counting the cost. No longer the one who believes effort alone earns loyalty. That realization creates friction inside you. Part of you wants peace. Another part wants power. And those two cannot coexist for long. This is the phase where improvement feels lonely, heavy, and unrewarding. No applause, no instant results. Just effort stacked on effort. This is the psychological battlefield. You wake up disciplined. You go to sleep doubting. You do everything right, yet nothing seems to move fast enough. And that's when most people sabotage themselves. They relapse into old habits, old relationships, old patterns, because familiarity feels safer than growth. Even if familiarity hurts, the brain prefers predictable pain over unfamiliar strength. That's why people return to those who betrayed them. Why they text when they shouldn't. Why they abandon routines that were saving them. Because improvement isolates you before it elevates you. You start seeing through people, their excuses, their projections, their hidden envy. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. That's when loneliness deepens. Not the kind where you're alone, the kind where you're surrounded but disconnected. No one speaks your language anymore. Your priorities don't align. Your tolerance drops. Your patience thins. You no longer want shallow conversations. You want truth, depth, silence. And silence terrifies people who avoid themselves. So they label you cold, arrogant, distant. Let them. They benefited from the old you. They're threatened by the new one. Improvement exposes imbalance, and people don't hate your discipline. They hate what it reveals about their lack of it. This is where Stoicism stops being theory and becomes survival. You stop reacting. You stop explaining. You stop defending your path. Not because you don't care, but because you finally care about the right things. You learn restraint, emotional economy. Every reaction costs energy. Every argument drains focus. And focus is your most valuable currency. So you guard it. You let people misunderstand you. You let them think whatever helps them sleep. You don't need to be seen. You need to be effective. Inside, the struggle intensifies. Some days, discipline feels empowering. Other days, it feels like punishment. You question whether the sacrifice is worth it. whether the isolation is permanent, whether this path leads anywhere at all. This is the price of transformation. The caterpillar doesn't know it's becoming something greater. It only knows it's dissolving. You are dissolving old beliefs, old identities, old emotional dependencies, and dissolution feels like death. Your nervous system is recalibrating. Your mind is rewiring. Your standards are rising faster than your environment can keep up. That gap creates discomfort. You outgrow rooms before you find new ones. You shed skins before you grow armor. This is where resentment can creep in. You look at people who took shortcuts, who hurt you and walked away smiling, who never paid the price you paid, and anger builds. Good. Anger, when undirected, destroys. But when disciplined, it forges. You don't suppress it. You convert it. You turn rage into repetition, into consistency, into pressure applied daily. You train harder on the days you feel invisible. You work longer when nobody acknowledges your effort. Because deep down, you're no longer proving anything to them. You're proving something to yourself. That you don't break when things get quiet. That you don't collapse without external validation. That you don't need comfort to function. This is the why behind obsession. You're not chasing success. You're chasing control. Control over your impulses, your reactions, your future. Because once you lose trust in people, you either become bitter or you become self-sufficient. Bitter people talk. Self-sufficient people build. You chose the harder route. And the hard route demands psychological strength most people never develop. You begin to see discipline not as restriction, but as freedom. Every habit removes a decision. Every routine reduces chaos. Chaos is exhausting. Structure is calming. Even when it hurts, you stop needing motivation because your identity shifts. You no longer ask, "Do I feel like doing this?" You ask, "Is this aligned with who I'm becoming?" That question ends negotiations. The struggle becomes quieter but heavier. No dramatic breakdowns, just long stretches of solitude and grind. This is where mental toughness is built. Not in moments of crisis, but in monotony, doing the same right thing over and over while doubting if it matters. That's real strength. Your psychology sharpens. You observe emotions instead of drowning in them. You feel loneliness without letting it dictate your behavior. You acknowledge pain without making it your personality. You stop romanticizing suffering. Pain is a tool, not a throne. You don't sit in it, you use it to climb. And slowly something shifts. The noise fades, the cravings weaken, the urge to explain yourself dies. You become harder to provoke, harder to distract, harder to manipulate. People feel it before they see it. Your calm unsettles them. Your restraint confuses them. Your absence weighs more than your presence ever did before. This is the psychological edge. You are no longer driven by approval or revenge fantasies. You are driven by alignment. Every action either strengthens or weakens you. And you choose strength, even when it costs you emotionally. Especially then, because now you understand the real reason behind this addiction. It's not about becoming better than others. It's about becoming untouchable by the same pain twice. You refuse to relearn the same lesson in different forms. You don't chase closure. You create distance. You don't demand apologies. You upgrade access. You don't argue your worth. You embody it. This is the quiet war nobody applauds. And you're still in it. But you're closer now, closer to something solid. Something irreversible. You can feel it forming beneath the struggle. Not yet power, but the foundation of it. Now comes the part where everything changes. Not suddenly, not loudly, but permanently. This is where improvement stops feeling like effort and starts feeling like identity. You no longer force discipline. You are discipline. You wake up different, not motivated, clear. Clarity is power. You don't rush anymore. You don't chase outcomes. You execute, because somewhere along the way, you learn the truth most never do. Time favors the consistent, not the emotional. You stop asking life for fairness. Life doesn't care. You adapt. This is where revenge loses its emotional charge and gains precision. You don't want them to feel pain. You want them to feel irrelevant. That's the highest form of dominance. Your progress becomes quiet but undeniable. Your standards become non-negotiable. Your presence becomes rare. Scarcity creates value. You protect your energy like a weapon. No pointless conversations. No emotional charity. No access without alignment. Not because you hate people, but because you finally respect yourself. You understand now, most people aren't evil. They're weak, undisciplined, emotionally sloppy, and weak people damage anything strong that stays too close for too long. So you keep distance, not isolation, distance with purpose. You don't explain your silence. Silence is the explanation. You've mastered the art of delayed gratification. While others seek comfort, you seek leverage. Leverage over your body, your time, your reactions. The same pain that once broke you now sharpens your decisions. You no longer overthink betrayal. You catalog it, learn from it, and move forward without sentiment. Emotion clouds judgment. You learn that the hard way. Now your emotions work for you, not against you. Fear becomes awareness. Anger becomes momentum. Loneliness becomes independence. Nothing is wasted anymore. Your daily rituals are simple but ruthless. Sleep, training, learning, execution. No drama, no excuses. You don't need external pressure because you've internalized standards. Standards are heavier than motivation and far more reliable. People notice the change, but they can't name it. You didn't become louder. You became heavier. Your words carry weight because you don't use many. Your presence commands respect because you don't seek it. You are no longer trying to be understood. You are trying to be effective. This is Stoicism in its final form. Not emotional suppression, emotional command. You still feel pain. You just don't bleed publicly. You still feel anger. You just don't waste it. You still remember betrayal. You just don't relive it. Memory becomes strategy. This is the moment where your past loses control over you. It doesn't disappear. It submits. You stop identifying as the one who was hurt. You identify as the one who adapted. Adaptation beats revenge, always, because revenge still ties you emotionally to what broke you. Adaptation frees you from it. You don't want closure, you want evolution, and evolution requires detachment. You detach from outcomes, from people's opinions, from the need to be liked. You become selective with your attention and ruthless with your time. Time is the only thing you never get back. You don't spend it on anyone who hasn't earned access. This is when power stabilizes. Not explosive, not chaotic, controlled. You don't react to disrespect, you remove access. You don't argue with ignorance, you outgrow it. You don't chase opportunity. You prepare until opportunity has no choice but to meet you. Preparation is quiet. Results are loud. Your improvement compounds. Physically, mentally, financially, emotionally. And suddenly, life starts responding differently. Doors open without begging. People listen without interruption. Your name carries context, not because you demanded it, because you earned it. You've become predictable in the right way, reliable to yourself, unshakable under pressure. You trust your actions more than your feelings now. That's freedom. You don't fear being alone anymore. You fear being distracted. Distraction is weakness dressed as comfort. You choose depth over dopamine, progress over praise, control over chaos. And here's the final truth. The ultimate power was never dominance over others. It was sovereignty over yourself. The ability to sit in discomfort without running. To feel pain without collapsing. To be alone without becoming bitter. That's what makes you dangerous. Because nothing external can threaten someone who has mastered their inner world. You are no longer easy to manipulate. No longer desperate for approval. No longer reactive. You've become still, And stillness is terrifying to those who live in noise. They will try to pull you back with nostalgia, with guilt, with old versions of you. Don't fall for it. Growth requires separation. Not everyone is meant to come with you. Some were lessons, some were tests, some were warnings. You honor them by moving forward, not by staying stuck. You don't need to announce your transformation. Your life will speak for you. Let them wonder how you changed. Let them speculate. Let them underestimate. You're no longer performing. You're building something permanent. This is addiction refined. Not obsession with validation. Obsession with alignment. Every day you ask the same question. Did I act like the person I'm becoming? If the answer is yes, you sleep in peace. If the answer is no, you correct course. No guilt, no self-pity, only adjustment. That's mastery. You've learned to suffer in silence and grow in solitude, to lose without breaking, to win without flexing. That's real power. And once you taste it, you'll never go back. Because comfort is temporary, but strength compounds. You were never meant to be saved. You were meant to be forged. And now, you are.